What's up, Cuzzy? It's about that
What's
time. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, cousin?
I am great, actually. It's another Friday, and that was a great show, the hip hop show the other day. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Always. Always.
So, on Fridays, and y'all know on Fridays we do the relationship podcast, and y'all never take it easy on me. It's
Good.
always a beat down on me,
Yep.
and you're gonna say, "Yep, okay, that's just fine." What's up, brother-in-law? How you doing?
Come on through. Come on through, brother-in-law. I got
Yeah,
some
brother-in-law.
stuff for you.
Yeah,
hmm
because we tonight is gonna be a show really about us men, and you already know they're gonna be taking shots at us, but it's okay. We'll be just fine.
Pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew,
especially
pew.
the lady right here to my right. She definitely gonna try to shoot some shots, but it's okay. It's all good. So, Cuzzy,
Yes, sir.
uh, before we get started and everything, how was your week?
Long, but
Long week?
we are here. Oh, no, sir, brother-in-law. Bam. Here we go. Don't try it. You thought I forgot my shades.
Uh
Nope.
oh.
I'm
Oh, you
always
going?
prepared, baby. I'm always prepared. Y'all thought I wasn't going to have my shades from my cousin's shadiness. But I'm going to
Oh,
flip over these for a second. They're cute, though. They're my new shades. Because I got a stun
okay.
on my cousin. Right now, I need to
Oh,
read him. So I'm put these back on.
okay.
So
So
we ready. We
either
ready,
way, we
cuz y'all thought I forgot my prop. I did not. I'm always on my game. Don't do it. So welcome to Street Tactics Radio on YouTube. Conversations with Dr. Creetology Creets. Conversations. So tonight is me and a dynamic duo, the cousins. We gonna have it on and popping. He coming with the shenanigans, and I'm already ready for him.
you always ready for me, Cuzzy.
I have to
Don't
be.
even try to act like it's just this time.
Oh, bless your heart.
So
Bless your heart.
now the title, well, the topic tonight is, are men worth marrying these days?
And brother-in-law, you better come ask for backup, because I don't know. Then you wasn't the married folk. So we gonna get started and hopefully everybody come on in. Come on. I wait for all the people to say they was gonna come on through. Trelly Trail XL, come on. Please come for me. Please do. I am ready. I can do it. I can do it solo. So here we go. So, we always start off with our mental health check from 1 through 5. 5 being your most fabulousness. 1, you need self care and enhancement in your life. Welcome on a Friday night. We want to get in your business because you always in ours. So, make sure you drop your 1 through 5. I am feeling like a 3.5. I'm going to get to a 5 because I know my cousin going to have me hyped up on this topic and I cannot wait. Okay, brother-in-law, you must have had a good week. It's Friday night. Get it on, daddy. All right, Cuzzy Pooh, how do you feel right about now with your red and black? Your red and black.
Uh, I feel, it's a five every week,
Mm-hmm.
regardless. And I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I prayed this morning because I was blessed with life. I have my family. I have great
Really?
people, by my side every day. I can't complain about nothing. Everything is a five. You know what I'm saying? I got like some good people. So um I have no complaints. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm
You
at.
know,
Five.
and nobody don't care anyway. Ain't that what they
Yeah,
said? No need to complain because people don't care anyway. So,
exactly. And brother-in-law, he said he's a 4.5 cousin.
They done had some good time. Go ahead, cousin. Keep that man at a 4.5. Get him to a 5, girl. We need
Right.
that man's comments. So make sure you continue to go on, share our podcast. Make sure you like, click, subscribe, tell a friend, tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends or more about the podcast. We still up on a Friday nights. So come on through. Make sure you hit the notification button. So when we come on, no matter the hour or the time, we just like the Lords. We may come creeping on through your life. So hit the notification button so you will know when we come on. You never know. Never know.
Right. So, cousin. Now, like I said, this episode tonight is about let me see what it's are men worth marrying these days? Now, you've been married, right? Now, we're not going to talk about your past marriage, not right now. But right now we're going to talk about, would you get married again in the state that you see men in today? Would you get married again?
So I'm going to talk about the men that I know because I can't speak for no others. Okay. It's always a thought process when people talk about marriage. Marriage is supposed to be a serious commitment. Mm-hmm. And at my age, I have to understand what would be the benefits of me getting married again in this lifetime. This lifetime. So, there are a lot of factors that's involved. I know as, we communicate, you talk to people. I've noticed there are a lot of single men in the 40 plus age group and a lot of single women in the 40 plus age group. And a lot of people have moved not to even have children. Mm-hmm. They are single, unattached in any way. I was fortunate because I'm old. No, I'm going to say older. I'm plus the 40, almost at the 50. I had my son young. But if I had to roll the dice nowadays to have kids with anybody, absolutely not. No, sir. Probably not. Probably leaning more to no. Because I feel like the way relationships have set up, even some of the relationships that I've had, they probably wouldn't last. And I would have been a single parent even sooner than I became when my son was a teenager. So you got to think I had my son 30 years ago this year. So it's a very long time. And I was very young at the time. It was a totally different time. Totally different how people held down responsibilities, how relationships kind of were. Nowadays, no. Even with trying to date folk, it's very difficult. We talked about ghosting and gaslighting folk in previous shows. So make sure you go back on Street Tactics. We have all our old shows that was pre-recorded previously, and you can go back and see the different topics we have, and that has come up before. So I don't know. Right now, I'm not rolling the dice at this point. I got other goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But if someone was to come along, that would be a conversation and a work in progress. Maybe.
So maybe you would get married again.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So I get everything that you said. And shouts out to Big Sis. Just came up in the building. What's up, Big Sis? Leslie.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Now, and don't forget, everybody who's on live, make sure y'all come in the comments, one, so we can shout y'all out. Mm-hmm. And also, we want to hear what y'all got to say. Yeah. So would you label most men under the same tags that you just had in your conversation? Like, are most men like that?
I think they're more apt to not get married. And I think, hey, Brooklyn Z, what's up, Daddy? I think more so now, and I think COVID had a lot to do with it. People have learned to live in seclusion and without other people. So they've gone, and y'all know I'm gonna get into it. My cousin's gonna be man, but it's gonna be spicy because he done woke me up because I was taking me an old people nap. So now I'm on fire and I'm hungry. So people have learned to self-seclude. They've learned to self-soothe, self-pleasuring themselves. Not that they weren't doing it before, but I wish y'all, I have invested in 2 things. Amazon, because Amazon's still popping for me. I don't have to go to stores and see people as much. And all those little sex toys for men and women, or whatever you want to be labeled as gender. I wish I had invested in it because I invest in some of those products myself. But I wish, because they got some whirly twirl things out here to blow your mind, I wish I had invested in self-pleasuring. That's what we're going to talk. Self-pleasuring materials. And I think it's
Because I heard that was a good stock. I mean, probably was a
I
good
wish
investment.
I had, you know what?
But
I was like, damn it.
because how you go from when we first started, I woke you up, you just had a Geritol smoothie, and now you're talking about investing in sex toys among
Because
our
I was
adult
saying
children.
about self-seclusion, that people are self-soothing themselves. So they're not looking really to date or be involved with people or go through everything of the courting stage with people. It's either hook up or no. You're gonna call for me, kill me, and give me some balls to the wall or what we doing. So
Hmm.
we gotta remember people are still in that inclusive mind of I'm alone. I've been alone for what COVID almost 4 years. It started in 2019. So
Right.
it's almost been 4 years, and people are tired. People have low tolerance. People have still going through mental grief of losing people, and a lot of people are still coming through with long-term effects of COVID. So, with that being said, it is hard. Stuff is still shut down. People don't always seem the same. So, the mental state of people has definitely worsened since the pandemic.
Okay. Yeah, actually, people don't even think the same. And like I said before, um, people that you knew and you could have grown up with them
Hmm.
and pre-COVID, after COVID, a lot of people are totally different people. You know what I'm saying? Totally different people. What up, Brooklyn Z? And also shout out to Dougie. He said coming to the stage, feeling 51.
Yes, sir.
He on his happy new 51 chapter. I hear you, Dougie. Make sure you enjoy yourself this week. Um, so I'm a so a lot of these people are different. So I get what you're saying. Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna do the rundown. Y'all know how I always do. So and I'm speaking for y'all women this week. So just in case if y'all think I'm
Please
against
don't
y'all,
speak for us. Lord help us. So make sure
yeah,
you continue to put your mental health check from 1 through 5 in the chat. 5 being your grace, your most fantabulousness, and 1, you need self-care and work. Because I told y'all, my cousin Chelsea not here, so I'm solo, but I can come with it. So come on, run it down, Crete. He's earning his clinical hours in cretology, his
yes,
PhD. Remember, make sure you drop some of those cash apps. Those degrees cost money. So
yes.
make sure you drop some money in the cash apps.
So shout out to Baylana. Hello, Baylana, a important part of this podcast. Baylana has become. Thank you so much for spreading the word about bringing up the likes and subscriptions and everything along with us. It's
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
Thank you for all your work, Baylana. Now, I'm gonna kick it off right here, cousin. Now, it's a lot of chatter going, around in reference to men today, and it's
Mhm.
pertaining to how some, I'm saying some, men are today. And from the sound of it, it's not pretty. Women are complaining about some men not being leaders anymore. Some men not uh, being financially helpful, and some men just not willing to take the step, moving forward. So tonight we're going to talk about men. So again, y'all bring the smoke, especially you, sweet mama smoke. Bring it.
Oh, I
So
can.
so here it is. I'll say I'm gonna give y'all one. One, if y'all looking to get married or if y'all dealing with somebody right now, here's one to walk away from.
Mm.
If he's a selfish guy, if he's selfish. Now, does the guy you're dating only seem to care about himself? If you're with someone who tends to put his needs first, show little interest in you and your passions, and who considers himself to be the greatest guy on the planet, it's time to take note that you're dating someone selfish and arrogant. When a guy has an overinflated ego and tries to show you how he's an expert in everything, the advice you should heed is to stop dating him. While confidence is appealing, it's not appealing to be with someone who has an overblown sense of self and who couldn't care or be bothered by your needs and desires, how would you feel about that? And see you getting shout outs over there, sweet mama. Said, love your glasses, sweet mama.
Oh, thank you, girl. You know I be coming with the glasses and the lipstick, girl. It's
Yeah.
Friday night. Gotta cuten it up a little bit. Since I
So what do
ain't
you
got, I don't have any dates. I'm on here with my cousin and all of y'all. Y'all are my dates for Friday night. So make sure while we going through that you share the podcast. We're up, we popping. He got his little derby on, trying to be popping for the women because he said he may get married again. So he trying to solicit. That's his social media dating outfit, y'all. So make sure he got the hot sweater on. It was hot in the South this week.
Sweet mama, I didn't say anything about me about marriage or anything. I didn't say
That's what I
anything.
heard. I thought you said that. So make sure when we come with the smoke, you call 470-493-9928. Oh, Lord Creech.
So
Ooh,
what did you think about what I just said though?
it's a lot. Uh,
The selfish guy.
It's a lot of selfish guys. It's a lot of selfish women. But I think because it's more men than women, seem like in the
Mhm.
dating pool, a lot of men, and I just had a conversation with my god brother about this.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter the age. It's not just the younger guys, it's the old heads.
Right.
50-plus-year-old men, let's say they established, they have a decent job, they feel like, hey, why should I just pick one flower when I can have them all whenever I want? Because women are accepting of those relationships. If you know your what's called side piece, or he may be dealing with multiple women, they just
Mhm.
don't care. They said it's a quote, I'd rather have a piece of man than no man at all. Not my quote. That is not from the book of Sweet Mama. A piece of man versus no man.
I have
You-
heard that.
Yep.
I have heard that before. So
It's about getting a little bit. They get a little bit of dick, a little bit of time, a little bit of effort. So a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So if you're a person like little bit of things, then that's what you get. And that's you, whatever make you happy. Whatever you make it happy, long as it don't come out my pocketbook, whatever make people happy. And people are so depressed. And it's not women. I do therapy with men and women. And I'm just gonna classify that. I'm not classifying others. Men are depressed as well.
okay.
I do group therapy, and the men are just as depressed. But I'm like, but y'all cause some of these situations. You have these situationships that you decide to get in, and now because it's not going your way, or the person discover whatever, you don't want to be involved, or you say it because you may have liked that person, but you played too many games. They got more games than old Atari set game
Mhm.
system. So when it comes to trying to develop, it's like trying to do, they say jack all trades and master of none.
Right.
Some folks try to be the master of everything and they wind up losing in the end because the energy that you could put all into one particular person that's meeting your standards or what you want, you just give everybody a little piece of you, little pieces.
Mhm. And you know what? I agree with that. Sometimes, well, some women find that satisfying. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's just enough for them because a lot of women nowadays want to go and work and do all this stuff, so they're becoming a little bit more masculine. And I'm not saying if you go to work and you're a woman, you're masculine. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that a lot. Why you got throwing the shades?
Can you start that masculine
You
stuff?
throwing shades, huh? Okay.
Listen.
Anyway, so a lot of women are choosing that route, and they just want a little bit of man. You see what I'm saying? But they also a lot of y'all be wanting a little bit of man, and a little bit of toy. So
Sometimes with the man, you need something a little bit of toy because his body parts ain't always working. There go the shade again.
and you got Baylana helping you with the shade. Okay. Now look, I'm just saying, look, that's why you gotta make sure you get a man that looks forward to taking care of you, your needs, and taking care of himself.
So, Creek, you can have a man in his mind feel like he's gonna be able to take care of me or woman, But in my mind, I'm seeing what you're offering. And if I say, hell no, you can want all that what you want. If you're not putting forth, listen, I just bought some eggs today, y'all. I was gonna treat myself to eat an egg this weekend. Eggs is like a gold chain nowadays in prices. So you gotta see, you gotta get to know people to know if something go down or wrong or financially, will they be by your side? Or if you get sick or ill, will they be by your side? Because a lot of people are not. At 50 plus, I want to see if you can be able to wipe my butt if I'm sick. A lot of people are selfish. They be like, I'm not taking care of nobody. You know, they want you when you whole and you well, and you got all your finest. But in those times when you don't have that, will they be there for you? But being a leader is not a title about the financial piece. It's the total piece, especially if you're looking to get married or being a long-time committed relationship. And you got to understand, not everybody want to be married, but they may want to be in a long-term relationship. I may want to be in a long-term relationship versus being married. Especially if I've been there, done that, and the consequences, not saying that's not going to be good, but in this half of my life, I want to be better, healthier, and happier every day that I'm here, because nothing's promised tomorrow, later on the night, whatever. So, gotta have that.
Baylana said she agreed with you. She's all or nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you have a lot of women out here now that's actually, like I told you, they've been through the ringer and they are willing to share or whatever. But we talking about them getting married or men getting married. It's a little too much responsibility now, for marriage, and it's a bad deal for men.
Do you think it wasn't back then, later? When did the responsibility change, or did people change that they didn't want to step up?
Would you agree that at this point it's harder to live in this world now than it was in the 80s?
It not necessarily. It's your viewpoint of how you live your life. It may not be. In the 80s, we were teenagers, so life was real good. I lived at home. But as I've gotten adult and I've gone through my storm in my 30s and early 40s, times is different for me now. I don't have little kids. I don't have to worry about putting people through college, so I can go where I want, do what I want. So it's different for me.
So you just spoke of eggs not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So eggs in the 80s, the prices versus the prices now.
Oh, shoot, even gas. Gas, what was it? $1? $1.10?
So the reason why I'm saying that is that's why, like, it's more responsibility for men. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's more. I don't think it's more. It's a lot of men that work hard, and there's a lot of men that don't work hard. The age of, your father, where he worked a lot. Mm-hmm. More women work more jobs, more businesses. You have women that have outnumbered men because they know what it takes to run a household. They're going to do extra. During the pandemic, you saw especially, let's go to social media, but we don't like to because we see the algorithms. You see more women making wigs, starting businesses, making candles, working out, selling booty butter, working out, doing all type of stuff, doing Zoom workout classes, and they got that money. Women made a lot of money.
And guess what? When they on social media doing all this stuff in front of the camera, that house raggedy as a mug because they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing as women. But they out there twirling the hair, making candles, soap. Don't you say you're doing?
But they did better than some men because them same jokers are probably one that's laying up and could get out here and work a couple hours. They in there playing the game.
Yeah, but again, you said they did better than some men. But you say something when I talk about women being masculine.
That's not being masculine. That's doing what they want to do. When back in the day, let's talk about back in the day.
Okay, you do. Hold on. First of all, read Baylana's comment.
It's a bad deal for anyone if you don't have a good partner that knows your. Listen, I am never negating the roles of a woman, but you better know your role as a man. I don't have time for you crying when I don't have no eggs. I told you I'm fluffy. I
So
need
here's
to eat.
so anyway. But here's what I'm saying, though, cousin. All right, so that's part of the problem right now. You just said that he better know or be responsible enough to take care of the household, right?
Absolutely.
But that's kind of pertaining to this podcast we're having tonight. Are
Absolutely.
men worthy? You see what I'm saying? So of course that's up to you guys also to say, hey, if that guy's worthy to marry. You see what I'm saying? But most guys, look, I'm a guy, and on this one, I'm gonna agree with y'all. A lot of men aren't worthy of being, they ain't marriage material. Uh, you want to read Brooklyn Z?
I don't have my
Oh, I got it. The
yeah.
marriage laws were made to benefit women and give legal protection back when when they weren't allowed in the workforce. Women don't have the same problem nowadays. Marriage doesn't benefit men anymore. Thank you,
It don't
Brooklyn
necessarily
Z.
benefit women either.
Thank you,
And,
Brooklyn Z.
and I could agree with you, but it's
Amen.
not. Hold on, but you gotta remember, those women also did what they had to do. Don't negate the grandmothers and the mothers that took in wash, that watched other kids. They worked extra hours. They became nurses or taking care of people, private duty nurses. So don't negate that they didn't get out here to work to supplement what was going on, because there were trying times for men. And I get the trying times for men, things happen, but women do step up. My grandmother was a homemaker. She didn't work. Our grandmother, let me say that. Our grandmother, because we're related on my mama's side. So my other grandmother worked as well. And she was a lady, didn't even wear, as my cousin say, pants. She was that lady.
Shout
And
out to Simply 10 Art in the building. Another
all
weekly
right.
supporter. Go ahead. What we
Simply
saying?
somebody need clarification. Concrete.
What?
Dougie said, what's his role?
Oh wait, okay. Let me go to Dougie. Where was that at? How'd I miss that?
1048.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what's his role?
What's the man role?
He might have been asking you because you the one said that.
I'm not interviewing Dougie, so he want to know what his role is, sir. Speak for the man. What's your role?
Dougie. I'll tell you what, Dougie. Put it in the comments who you asking that question. If it was me, I have no problem answering.
Baylon said marriage does benefit men. Brooklyn Z. If they find a good woman that does know her role and they play it.
Let me
got
tell
any
you
smoke?
something.
So let me tell you something. You got any smoke for me or Concrete? Call in 470-963-9928. Also, continue to drop your comments. Make sure that you share. Maybe your friend's home drinking that little wine and want to get in our business. Make sure you share on the social media platforms. We are live and ready for you.
Yeah, the number's down the bottom. And let me say this. Well, I'm gonna before we step on, I'm gonna let read Bayliner says some women step, not all, some are just high maintenance and they are feeling entitled. Very true. And that's more of like a modern day woman. They were out back then, but definitely today. Now Dougie said, all of y'all, you, her, and the viewers, what's the man's role? I'm gonna tell you, the man's role is to be a provider, a protector. He's the let's go for when you hold on one second, let me take that out. When we go, and it's funny because I was just watching this movie and perfectly what I'm saying. All right. This is more like what today is like though, but this is what lions do. You have the female lion go out to hunt, and the male lion to stay and take care of the pride, take care of the family. But us as humans, we're going to go out and hunt. We're going to go get that work and come back and take care of our family. So I know what I'm supposed to do as a man. I grew up with a man in a household. You understand? And then it's funny because Dougie, I know I probably Dougie was probably one of the first people I met in this world. Well, my brothers and sisters, but outside, I mean, he lived right across the alley from me as a kid, from the sand on up to a man. So, what about you, sweet mama? Don't copy nothing that I just said. You tell me a man's role. Can't use
So
nothing I just said.
but I'm going to use it. If I got to protect him, not saying that something should happen, we're not going to protect each other because you're supposed to have each other's back. But he is supposed to be a protector. He is supposed to be a provider. What's wrong with that? I have no problems with a man being a protector and a provider. I'm not going to demasculate him in any way. But you have to be those things. Are you a man or are you a mouse? That's what they used to say. Are you a man or are you a mouse?
Copycat. No,
That wasn't
you
good.
did good. You did good, cuz. Shouts out to my baby sister Ning. Hey Ning.
Hey, Gary.
And okay, read Bayliner.
Men or providers, protectors, and problem solvers. So when we have the age of the traditional relationship, that's why some people are going to what we didn't know was now considered moving to traditional relation. Anything goes. Poly relationship, same-sex relationships. So it's different. People have not that they never had those options, but the options are more open and readily available. So it may not be the traditional man-woman relationship. There are other factors that now with social growth that people are finding other options and not
Right.
feeling embarrassed or ashamed to go to the other options. I thought about a poly relationship. I surely did. I surely did.
You know what? For
Come on,
some
Tom.
reason, I'm not surprised, cuzzy.
Don't do that. Get your life. Hold on. Where my glasses? Hold on, Lord.
I am not surprised. So, I mean, I've met people that do that, and I mean that I ain't trying to do, because the Bible tells me so.
Yeah, okay. Bible tell
You
you a
got
whole bunch
is
of stuff that you ain't do.
me. Well, I tell you.
Anybody. So the
Oh,
shade.
okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
let you slide on that one.
so you ain't gonna let me slide, cuz. So look at this, right? Now let me ask you this. So a selfish guy,
Mm-hmm.
would that be something you can let slide, and you trying to marry this guy?
No, been there, done that. Selfish.
So that's a no-no, right?
That was a selfish husband of hell. Yes, I've been to prison. Prison term. Marriage was prison. Thank you. No,
Okay.
no, sir. I don't have to take certain things that I took when I was a younger woman. I didn't know better, and I thought, once I got in a relationship, I'm supposed to take whatever he gives me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like that now. No, sir. I have low tolerance for shenanigans. What about you?
What about
Are you getting married again?
I have no thinkings about marriage at all.
In
Unless something
America,
comes from the sky and just pop me on the head, I want no problems.
pop you in the eye. Keep it up. So,
Uh
Baylana, and
Bayliner.
today in this world war, anything goes relationship go to shits. Won't you give
Yeah.
us further explanation? Make sure on that Bayliner, make sure you continue to give us your mental health because Creep may be taking my mental health someplace else. I was at a 3.5. I may get to a 5. I may get to a 1. So it's depending on how we having this conversation. Please continue to go forward. Make sure you drop your comments. I know it's some married folk on here. I need y'all to drop what y'all think about our men, your homeboys, cousins, anybody you know that's a male. Are they ready for marriage at this point?
Well, I'm gonna say this too. Now I already know this is one that nobody, is gonna, I mean, you know what? I'm sure there are some women out there that said, you know what, me and him been together a long time. We possibly still may get married, but he kind of lied too much. And I'm just trying to kick back and see if he start simmering down the lies because I got to know him in all these years, but he still lied too much. How would you handle that, cousin?
If he lied too much, why you contemplating marriage?
Some people, you just said earlier, it's best to have a little bit of man than nothing.
That's if they can handle the lies and the shenanigans, one lie turn into another lie, turn into another lie, which could be a big lie. How we don't know he lying in his life. So Dougie says, so if my wife or significant other makes more than me and she wants me to be home more to take care of the child, would I not still be a man? Am I a punk or are you a man or mouse? Not through that last part. We just said, am I a punk creep?
No, then you'll be a house husband.
How you feel about house husbands?
Who, me?
I'm talking to you.
Here's the thing about this. Y'all gotta remember, I know Dougie. I know the situation. His situation is different. That's sweet. If she can go out and handle business, that's fine. But still, even if he's in the house, he can still make money. We're living in an age of the internet. We can make money, big money online. So that we kind of can't use that anymore. Well, really never could. If there's a will, there's a way. So that's why I'm telling y'all, like even right now with this podcast tonight, we talking about are men worth marrying? You need to get a man that's a go-getter. That's always optimistic. Don't just because the luxuries are there, that don't mean to shut down. Luxuries get lost quick when you ain't keeping them up. And I'm talking about financially, mainly financially. Because today it's all about money, unfortunately. Because you're gonna need money to eat, money, just money to live. So it's not about making a lot of money, but you want somebody who's going to be out there going to get it. And even though if Dougie's situation a certain way, he's still going out and get it. You see what I'm saying? So, but it ain't nothing wrong with that. You can be in a house and make money. So we passed the liar situation. Now, what about, hold on one second. I do that every week. Anyway, the guy who strings you along. How about that guy?
Oh, absolutely. We got people, they use the more modern terms, gaslighting, ghosting. That's what it is. People have options.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying it because Brooklyn Z on options. People have options. So when people have options, they gotta do what they gotta do. They can do self-indulgence because they could care less. If you don't like the sweet mama, don't like that brother so-and-so, gaslight me, not giving enough time. He's not trying to make time to come see me. We're not trying to pair our schedules up and be active in pairing your schedules up. Then it's not worth it. It's like, whatever. How serious am I going to take you? We all have busy schedule. We have to make a living. If you're not moving forward about spending the time or making sure that we start to make those connections, then what's the point? It's just going to be like, oh, you're just a time filler, a bullshit in my day. And I'm just going, hey, good morning, da-da-da-da, because it's not real. They're not talking about the future.
Before I get on this one, and it's still pertaining to what you just saying, but read Bayliner.
Bayliner. This old girl right here ain't taking a piece of me to get the whole man, or he can go find him another woman. I don't know why we got the man in the star. What's the man mean at Bayliner with the star next to it? A woman or a man?
Well, I get that. I get that. Some women don't want to. They want it all. Some women want it all. Ooh. So, who was that? Okay,
Brooklyn Z.
All right.
We live in a society. Can I read that one?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let me
scroll up. Now we good?
Yeah, go ahead.
We live in a society where nobody stands for anything solid. Anything and everything flies nowadays. We look for men with old school values, but are there any old school women still around? Yes, there are. Simply 10, nice hats, smooth operator, creep. Everyone, please hit the like button, share, and hit Cash apps for the host Creek need a new PhD. All right. But
Yeah,
Dougie,
my
there are
theology
people who have not
was
sorry,
due.
not Dougie, but Brooklyn
Brooklyn C.
Z. I'm getting old.
Uh-huh.
There are people with old-fashioned values. It's just you have to filter through a lot of the, they say the needle in the haystack. But there are people that still want to have relationships, who still want to have that old school love and the values of a household and to just be. Right now, a lot of people find solace in their partner. They want the peace. Nobody want no hell all day long. You get enough of that with the other part of the world you out here having to deal with. You want to come home without the shit or the shenanigans. So it's people out here.
So do you, what do you consider yourself, Sweet Mama? You old fashioned, modern, or what?
I'm a beautiful mixture.
Dang, Dougie, you are Dougie. You are brother. Yeah. Sweet Mama got you all on the brain. And then Brooklyn Z said, okay, cool. I'm going to keep looking then.
Keep looking. Me too. We all going on a dating game. We should have a speed dating. I'm gonna start doing the dating game on Conversation with Creek.
We actually going to do that blind date show. Y'all look out for that. So any of y'all single men, make sure y'all hit me up so I can line y'all up for the show. And the single women, Sweet Mama line y'all up for the show.
Oh, have mercy. I don't want a piece of a man. But it is people out here, and I think you just had to have conversation with people. You have to get time and effort. You can't look for popcorn, microwave love if you want something long term. It's better to simmer than to get that microwave fastness.
But you know what? You know what's funny about that? What you're talking about? Unfortunately, a lot of women out here actually mess it up for a lot of other women.
Why?
Because you got a lot of these women on here talking about, how they jumping through different men and they try to make it exciting. And so other women be wanting to try it.
What you mean by jumping? Expound upon that.
A whole bunch of different,
Explains.
Baylana said she don't want a piece of a man. Or Baylana said, yeah. So what you mean explain? It's all you see it every day. I mean, women just basically not all women, but just be on the tip of just, they a lot of women feel as though playing the field is the way. And that's what dudes used to do.
Absolutely.
Masculine.
Oh gosh.
Read Simply 10.
Simply 10, because they'll accept any and everything. Yeah. You know why too? A lot of people accept them because they act like horny dogs. They act like the little pink thing gonna fall off if they don't get them some. You gotta get your mind right and your body right. And I ain't talking about you gotta be physically fit, but you gotta have your body ready for it. A lot of people are not in conditions that they should be even looking for people. If you don't have finance as a man, why are you looking for a woman to take care of? Because that's what she's gonna expect. She's gonna expect it.
Wow.
Because y'all say y'all supposed to take care of the women. What's wrong with that?
Taking care of with love.
Love don't pay no bills. You say you gotta be financial. So I can stay home and do my duties. Remember?
All right, so what the men get then?
They get us.
That don't pay no bills.
I help me.
No bills.
No, but you say she shouldn't be paying no bills. Hold on, let me get my glasses. You say she don't have to pay no bills because you're gonna do it all.
I surely said. I lived it.
So there you go.
All right. So let's go to this next one here. Right? This next one is, we ain't never finished this one. The guy who strings you along. You want to read Simply 10? Right? Or Mentally Ready?
Oh, Mentally Ready.
Yeah. And I agree. I agree with.
I agree with the mental part.
Said. Yeah, I agree with what you said as well. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I'm saying a relationship takes a lot. It takes finances. It takes, the mental. It takes the physical. It's a lot. It's not easy. So, but as I was saying, the guy who strings you along, that's something that y'all women will notice in this relationship. So But I'm gonna read on. Since there are so many different people and options in the dating pool, it's not uncommon to date someone on and off or extended periods of time. For instance, you may go out on a few dates with someone and not hear from them or from him again until
Mm-hmm.
weeks later. And
Mm-hmm.
many times it's a late night text in order to avoid being treated as though you're disposable by a guy who only feels like contacting you when he wants to and when he's bored. And when he's looking to hook up, you should find the guy who places a priority on having you in his life rather than being just another name that pops up on his phone. You should also avoid this type of guy and find someone with whom you really click with.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had 50% of what I just read, would you still give him a chance and say he's worth trying to marry?
It depends. I've had people that I'm more compatible with, but I foresee what I'm going to have to do in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit more leery. I've had those relationships where we talk about stand by your man through all the stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wound up being the one being hurt by financially or situation. So I'm a little bit more leery now. I'm taking more time, having conversations, just listening. I think we don't listen. We look at how fine the guy is and he got the big DICK pictures. Oh, he talk all this sweet stuff to me and the good morning's beautiful. I'm tired. I know I'm beautiful. I don't need to hear that. My daddy taught me that. So you need to come extra. Not being extra like, oh, you come extra with the truth, not extra with trying to pump me up so you can get something out of me. See, what happens is, especially when you have females who didn't grow up with a father or male figure to show them what their self-worth was, we potentially have these women that need all these people oohing and ahhing over there with the BBLs, the long fake hair, the eyelashes. No shade, Brooklyn Z about the eyelashes. All these other things to enhance their beauty. A lot of women are naturally beautiful, and their beautifulness radiates through their personality and their energy they get off. I've had men that weren't highly attractive to the eye, but their personality fit with me. I like a man who's humorous. I like the easygoing. We can chill out. I like that type of person. I don't like high-strung people when they got situations and foolishness as I've gotten older. Because I need to calm my, I got a lot of stuff going on every day. I want somebody that I can mesh well and give that energy.
Okay.
Get energy. Let me read what Baylana said.
Yeah, I was great.
Oh, God. The man gets a woman who is his helper. She keeps his house clean. Their house clean. I'm going to correct that. Their house clean. His man, or it should be her man, needs taken care of. And she keeps him fed and pampered so that he can go in the world and take care of her.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Baylana, don't you work?
You listening for Baylana's?
I can put my shady boots on. So Brooklyn Z, real talk, Baylana, Dougie. If I want $300 million, we get married, Dougie. So I fit in the worthy to many type. What you coming with? Still help you spend your money. I'm gonna be your helper. Dougie. Well, I'm sorry, Baylana. Dougie M. Read above. That is what a woman is supposed to come with and nothing more. Yep, she coming to help you spend your money. Because y'all partners.
Well, I'm gonna go to the next one, Cuzzy. All right. So the stringing along, we got rid of that one. Now the guy who puts in no effort, would you even consider having him on the board of marrying him?
How you gonna get promoted if you don't put in the effort? It's just like being at work. No effort, no raise.
Well, say I do.
So,
Oh,
Baylana, you work.
yeah.
Baylana work.
So okay, the guy who puts in no effort. When it comes to dating, the guy certainly isn't the only one who should be putting in the effort. If you're the one who always contacting him, has to set up the plans and frequently feels as though you have to do everything to keep your connection afloat, this is a guy you should avoid. Both you and the guy are dating, have to put in the work to spend time together and get to know each other. But when you're doing all of the giving and getting nothing in return, this isn't healthy. This isn't a healthy dynamic. If a guy seems to be indifferent when it comes to spending time with you, it's time to spend your time with someone else.
I get it.
Did that hit a nerve, cuz?
Now I
Or
was
is that
reading what Baylana. Now I was reading what Baylana was saying. Now you hit my nerve. Because guess what? I'm gonna get the energy that you give. How about that? Boom.
so that's what you're gonna get a guy the same energy back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Our energies
Well,
can't match if we not meshing up. I can't give you an 8 and you giving me nothing. It gotta be
okay.
equal energy. And he's supposed to woo me to be his helpmate.
Right. Is that who was that? Baylana said I have someone. Oh, I it keeps moving. I
Yeah,
have
I have a
someone that's
man.
married.
Mm.
If I decides to put together, I will quit my job in 2.5 seconds. Because I mean that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I know a lot of the women on here can't really process that, but it's supposed to be that way. How can you? I mean, if you want to go work and what you're supposed to do at home as well,
Where's
that's
Trelly
fine.
Trell at?
But
Where's Trelly
usually,
Trell?
let me ask you a question. See, you don't even put Trelly Trail right there. Don't do that
No, because I
because
know he's married and he said his wife got his back. So I need these married folk. Come on, brother Tony, where you at? Brother-in-law, where you at? You better
so
come on
so if I
through.
would if he wanted. So or I would if he wanted. Okay. So all right. Next one, Cuzzy, because you trying to duck these out. What if he's emotionally unavailable? You know I
So
always
am
got
I.
a thing with that, but go ahead.
So am I. We both gonna be two emotionally available individuals.
You
The only
said,
person I have loyalty for is me. If you are emotionally unavailable, so am I.
sweet mama, how do you think your marriage is going to pan out with you being like that? You know,
So
talking about
how
you
you
don't give
think
him the
he gonna
same
woo me to
energy.
be his helpmate if he unemotional? Oh, you know what? Let me bring me back because my age started kicking in. I remember some conversations when my cousin said he ain't supposed to be emotionally available for his woman. Go back and make sure you look at the previous shows. You can always watch them on YouTube. Drop your comments because they'll pop up to our executive producer, Creek, so he can go back and see the error of his ways. Make sure you like, click, subscribe, notify your friends who ain't doing nothing right now. They home, being unemotionally available. Tell them come on through. Tell them to give us some smoke. They can call us at 470-963-9928. We always ready.
So, first of all, before I start answer what you just said, read brother-in-law.
I know that's why I was laughing. Look, I'm trying to get busy later. You're not ruining my night. Yup, because us single people, I'm up talking to y'all. I'm on.
So,
I'm up talking to y'all. At least
so
somebody
that's
get
what happened to
some.
brother-in-law. But brother-in-law, if you got to step in to help me, I'll make sure you do it. Now, here's the thing, cousin. So you saying that if you have a guy and he's being emotionally unavailable, then you're going to do the same thing.
Wait a minute. I'm already in a relationship or talking about dating? Well, trying to get to know somebody. What you talking about?
Either way,
No.
getting to
If
know
I'm in a
him,
relationship, we gonna talk. We gonna have a discussion.
you're going to make him.
I ain't making nobody do nothing. You either gonna do it or you gonna lose me. Because that's a part of your connection being available.
So Here's the thing, and this is what I'm talking about. Like the type. All right. So, do you like a masculine man or a beta? You like the alphas or the betas?
Cousin.
Hmm?
Him being emotionally available to me is not making him a beta. He's
Say
my
that one more time.
being just because he's emotionally available for me does not make him a beta. So you're supposed to have this alpha attitude, and I'm supposed to want to be with you if you don't have no empathy, sympathy, or the feeling of compassion for me. You can go to hell with that one. No, not gonna happen. Brooklyn Z, it's kind of true. You have to be available to receive her emotion, but a man needs to be careful of sharing his. He can only share certain things. Dougie, I guess I should meet women just to be the provider, but not for love. Brooklyn Z, my cousin's about to call you a beta for that one. Dougie, no, there are women out here who's looking for love and can be your compatible person. Keep your head up in your chapter 51. Somebody out here for you, baby cakes. If not, you'll be all right. Maybe your next lifetime.
So, if a man's not emotionally or he's emotionally unavailable, is that one that you're gonna let slide and saying that he's worth marrying?
Slide to the right. Slide to the left. He
You
getting
gonna
up
let
out
it
of here.
slide, or you saying he's
He's
getting up
sliding
out of
up
here?
out of
Slide?
here. He's sliding up out of here.
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the problem with all of that. A lot of times, women will come with their problems, and the man got to sit there and listen to their problems. His face even got to be right. If his face look like he ain't even paying attention, she gonna get mad.
I must be masculine because I feel the same way. If you come to me with your problems, I guess, oh, boo, it's going to be all right. So I got to stroke your ego.
Yep. Part of your job. So,
see that finger? Ooh,
and
no.
here's my thing. Like, I'm not going to be emotionally available. I'm just not. If you're going to tell me the problem, of course I'll listen. You're supposed to listen. I'm going to listen. I'm going to take in everything you said and, all your problems, right?
Why they got to be problems? Why you call them problems? May not be
Because
a problem, maybe a feeling or emotion.
Usually that's what they are. And I'm going to solve the problem. I'm going to give you a solution. After that, done. If you keep coming back with the same thing, now we have a problem.
Give me an example, Creep.
Oh, I just gave you one. I mean, a lot of times women always complain about, what happened on their job. Well, this girl did this and this, that, and the third. And we got to sit there and listen to it. And if, like I said, even if our face ain't right, that mean we ain't listening, and they might even get mad or whatever. And then, but we're going to give you a solution. Well, why don't you do this? And then let's say you gave the solution. Here they come again. A couple of days later, same stuff. Next week, same stuff. No, that's too much. I already gave you a solution. Did you do it? No. So simply turn out, say it's someone for everyone. Very true. Bayliner says, where did that go? Oh,
we got only one like. Let's get the likes up, please. Get them up like that, man. Penis tonight.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. We need that.
We need to get button. Up. Yep. Like and share.
Hit the like button.
Like and share.
But yeah, I'm gonna read that. Actually, I'm gonna read that. Dating a man who is emotionally cut off and detached can have its share of challenges. He may never open up to you, share what's on his mind, or be vulnerable around you. And if you're looking for a deep and meaningful relationship, it's in your best interest to avoid an emotionally unavailable man.
So they need to avoid you at any cost.
Exactly. Okay. What else? It made me lose my point. And mind you, I didn't write this one. This was some beta from somewhere. Best interest to avoid to avoid a man because he'll never fully let you in.
Y'all hear that?
Yes, y'all hear that? Y'all men let them women in there, then y'all gonna be doing exactly what she wants y'all to do. some woman stuff.
Hmm.
If he it said, I'll never fully let you in. For instance, if he keeps you at arm's length and never lets lets his guard down around you, then relationship can't truly progress because you'll never get to know the real person. Let me tell you something inside him. That's exactly what we was talking about the other day. Exactly what we was talking about the other day. And here's my thing. A lot of times when you let your guards down to a lot of women, they'll eventually start they'll run you. I know a lot of guys that happen to. You don't do that. That's just like I never came home talking about whatever problems I had. I just took care of them. Why would I want to bring problems home to my wife, my mate, whoever, and now she's down because I'm down? How about I take care of them and she ain't got to worry about them because she got stuff she got to do? I ain't gonna be in there. I gotta pay this bill. Or better yet, how about he know you getting a check and he ain't working like that, and he come whining to you all the time, and you get so emotional. All right, baby, here's my check, or here's half my check. Mm-hmm. Come on, no, it can work for you and it can work against you. Trust me.
Absolutely. But that point is real deal. A lot of men feel is if the women make money, they can slack back. They don't have to work extra. I had a man like that. I had a husband like that. I went out and worked the extra job to take care of what we need to take care of for our child. He didn't. He was home playing video game, watch porn.
So let me ask you this. At some point, was I right?
At some point.
I shouldn't even say it at some point.
He was definitely
emotionally unavailable. I'm talking about me.
Ouch.
Don't let me keep on because you'll be on my side when you get finished. Yeah. So you want to read Dougie?
Dougie's moved up, so I can't see the I know he said something about his mother loved his father loved his mother. He worked a lot, and he provided and made sure we never needed. Moms worked part-time, but that was at the school the neighborhood kids went to. That was then, but the now is different. Simply 10. That's true. He's real. Not that into you. Simply 10 again. When you're down, she's meant to lift you up. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's what the woman's supposed to do. Yes. And see, but it's funny that you say that because I mean, that's what's supposed to happen. Like you can't be loading on your problems on her because you emotional and don't want to take care of your stuff, and then expect her to do all of her stuff and everything, and she getting a check and she giving it to you. No, some of that stuff don't need to be talked about. She don't need to have to have that weight on her heart.
I could agree with you as far as like, especially the financial piece.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Don't tell me about it. Just do it. If you need to sell all your Jordans from 73, your album collection, like my cousin said, now I do agree with that. You need to do what you need to do, because it's either you gonna do it or she gonna get out here and do what she need to do, and you might not like the outcome of that. I've seen it, I've done it, and I understand. Because at the end of the day, especially if it's gonna benefit your child or has something to affect your living space, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Cause I agree, but I'm glad you starting to open up to see what I was saying from a long time
ago. I'm never close to what you're saying, but I see both sides from a personal aspect and from a professional aspect. Simply 10 says, simply 10, Lord. Simply 10. The other one was, if he keeps you at arm's length, he's not that into you. No, you're right. And that's all right. Because guess what? If he ain't in me, somebody else will be.
Amen.
Is that what you want, Cuzzy?
What you mean? Don't come.
You know what you just said. Don't try to act like you don't know what you just said.
I'm chilling in the cut. I mind my business.
It ain't like we talking to two people.
Okay, they'd be all right.
Well, I'll tell you. Anyway, all right. So we're going since we got that one, and that one was the emotionally unavailable
Okay.
guy.
Right.
So now, how about the controlling guy?
You controlling creep, but go ahead and read it.
I knew you would say that. I
Okay.
told you I'm assertive, not controlling.
Okay.
If I have to try to control a woman, she got to go. Only thing I'm controlling is my car, a dirt bike, or my mountain bike.
Okay, I hear you, creep.
As the guy you're dating ever told you who you can and cannot talk to, what you cannot wear. Controlling guys are ones who try to dominate and intimidate you. Now, granted, this stuff today is not from me because I was trying to give y'all a chance to bring the smoke on the guys and especially on me. Bring it. So this is actually against me. I'm going to start it over again. Has the guy you're dating ever told you who you can and cannot talk to or what you can and cannot wear? Controlling guys are ones who try to dominate and intimidate you, and they are often jealous and suspicious of your relationships with other people and try to keep tabs on you every moment of the day. If you feel as though you're being bullied or manipulated by the guy you're dating, it's time to cut off contact immediately, as this is a form of abuse. You're your own person, and the only one who gets to decide what you can do and cannot do, and that is you. And remember, that's the controlling guy. So, in that case right there, Cuzzy, and in the comments, is that one thing that, as far as men, that you is that one that would say that men are not worth, some of the men, if they are like that they're not worth marrying?
I'm not I'm not gonna say they're not worth marrying. They're not for me. I say that.
Okay. So you said I was controlling. Run it. Bring the smoke.
So you are a perfectionist in standpoint. You don't like criticism. You don't like women to make suggestions because you have to be in control. That's not assertive. You have to be in control. No, sir. We're not gonna bring up the past, but that's not assertive. You like to have a certain controlling factor about things. You like to be in charge. You like to be in charge of a lot of folk. I think you see it as being a natural born leader, but sometimes it comes off as controlling.
Okay. You just took the word out of my mouth, a leader. Don't get controlling twisted up with being a leader.
I said you see that as being a leader. I didn't say you were. I said you saying by what your standpoint on certain situations or scenarios, your stance, whatever your stance is your right, and that's it. There's nothing else. Nobody else will see nothing else. Okay,
right.
there
When
you
it
go.
comes to me. Now, when it comes to
Situation.
somebody else, they can sure they can believe whatever they want to believe. But me, and most of the stuff I talk about, I've been through. That's why I can say what I say and mean what I mean. You want to read that? And I'm going to finish talking about that. Bayliner.
Why are most of the things you said controlling attributes? Why are they not seen as protection?
Very, very, very good one. Bayliner. Very good.
Anything that's gonna go in his bucket of cretology, you knew he was gonna say it.
No, because it's the truth. Because a lot of times, a lot of women confuse control. They'll blame a guy or stamp a guy with being controlling, and he's trying to protect them.
But what if? But I know you. Well, I'm gonna say this: you're not one to compromise. If
Nope.
you feel that you're right, you're not
Yep.
going to listen to the other person, especially a female's point of view, to compromise.
What's wrong with that?
Sometimes it can ruin relationships. It can cause strife.
Between the man and the woman?
Doesn't have to be romantic. It can be personal.
Okay. And what's wrong with that? That means it just didn't work. See, we got to learn how to make things plain and simple. And
I
that's what
get
that is,
it,
plain and
but
simple.
again, the person always have to be the bigger person because you're just gonna say creep. I ain't gonna bring up nothing old because we had our situation ship, but it's the book of Creetology. I'm the
Let me ask you
type.
this, cuz, since you brought it up.
The book of Creetology.
All right. You know I love you to pieces. Don't make me put the picture up of when we was, but so we won't talk about this. Now, the incident you talking about between me and you recently.
You ready to put out dirty laundry from the west side out on the streets.
I'm controlling.
You are.
So you talking about what just happened, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So you got to understand, cousin. That was called miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
And it also is things that we have to do to keep the ship running. And you got to remember, you are an exception to the rule.
But I'm not.
You are. I mean, you're
I
here
wasn't.
because
I wasn't.
other than it don't matter, but you're here now. It ain't where you're from, is where you at.
Right. But we're here now on
right.
the strength of me because I look for the bigger picture. You don't. I don't feel like I have no emotional moments. I'm going through menopause. I'm hot flashing, but I have to sometimes understand who people are, and I had to realize who Creed is. I ain't gonna say your real name. So I have to step back and sometimes be the bigger person because I know a lot of men, but I'm going to say you one of them leopards that don't change their spots. I haven't had to have, because we missed so many years in between living life with Creed, I had to compromise my feelings because I can give people the effort moment a whole bunch of times, and I do, and sometimes I do in my mind, but because we are related and I knew our relationship, I got to understand you not the little boy I can pull around and play outside when I want you to, because I do have a aggressive demeanor, but I know how you are. So I had to look deeper within myself to compromise. Am I going to be without this person? Or I know how he is, and that's one of his faults in my eyes. Now, they ain't gonna be the rule and exception to everybody all the time, because I do understand the bigger picture. But I felt like I took a L. But I didn't take a L.
Y'all just noticed that I just gave her the full screen.
I know, because you
What's
saw
the
this
reason for that?
beautiful color. Your cousin is, oh, my cousin is so beautiful.
I gave
but
you the
I feel like I took an L
over control.
Because I know you're controlling in certain aspects, and I had to understand who you are. I had to step back, but then I stepped back because I had other stuff going on myself. So I had to step back. I'd rather nurture our relationship, because no matter what, they always say your family gonna be your family, but your whoever you date may never be your, you can end that relationship. I had to understand who you are, and that's taking time with understanding people. And because I have a certain type of demeanor, I have to not put, as you say, my masculinity on my shoulder. And I had to, and I didn't feel it like I was tucking my tail, but I said for the greater goods, I didn't want to be on my cousin because we old. We don't know the time or day. We may not have another 50. So I gave you that one. But I want to cuss you out. But I gave you that one. I'm still going to cuss you out about my shirts. I ain't got my stuff yet, y'all. Hashtag Creek give us our shirts.
Your shirt's coming, cousin. Now,
Yeah,
I just sat there and listened to you. You said you took an L from our situation that just happened.
Yeah, right? But that's my personal feeling.
And then you said you had to understand who I am.
Yes.
And that one who I am is that the one you were saying that's controlling?
Yes, absolutely. It's either your way or the highway.
Okay. So let's say if you were at work, where you work,
mm-hmm.
and let's say your superior, if he did something like that, what is that? What is that called? And I'm not saying I'm your superior, but what is that? What is that?
So work is a different dynamic. That's how I eat and look fabulous in all my glasses. You and I personal, there's no monetary association with me and Street Tactics Radio. I'm my own personality. I've been Sweet Mama forever. When it comes to my money, I may have to tuck my behavior in control because all this fabulousness costs money. I'm not married. I don't have a protector. I ain't nobody helpmate at the time. So therefore, I have to tuck my attitude. It took a lot of years of therapy and self-regulation for me to do that. Same with relationships. I know what I'm not going to accept, and that's why I'm single. Because I have been through the shenanigans beyond, not a whole bunch of bad shenanigans. Like some stories I be listening like, what the hell was you thinking about? I ain't doing all that. So I ain't going to do all that in the very beginning, dealing with foolishness. Don't have time. I am super busy. I need naps after work. So I don't have time. But at work, because that's how I get my money, I'm going to take an L. But I'm not going to take an L to the point where you think I'm a punk, because I'm going to get you. So I need a power to pen, and I can be assertive because I'm a businesswoman. But you're not going to treat me like garbage or overly controlled. No. And I had a supervisor like that. And you know what? I prayed about it. That thing went on. And they getting everything they deserved. It wasn't just me. They had this controlling attitude, but now they have a poor reputation in the business because of how they treat people. You can't treat people because when they get treated like that, they can't handle it. They have nervous breakdowns, but you wanted us to be strong. Same thing with relationships. People think you're going to abuse people in relationship and think they're supposed to be strong and stay there. People got options. We're not the women who need a man. Most of us want a man for companionship. We don't necessarily need you for financial reasons. We may want you, and especially if you've already been in a relationship before, you may not want to be married, but you may want companionship, but you know you ain't gonna put up with a lot of shenanigans.
Cousin, the more I let you talk, the more you made yourself modern.
Good.
You just told me that I was controlling.
You are.
But you had to be the bigger person.
I was.
You just told me that, let's say this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say a year down the line, some money start really rolling in, or, right? Are you still going to have that same, and it's making you more than what you make? Are you still going to have that same attitude?
What kind of attitude I have? Let's hear this one.
You ain't doing nothing for me right now. You got to understand. See, that's the difference.
I didn't say you were not doing nothing for me. What you talking about?
No, you were saying that your job pays you. This does not.
Right. So you're
What's up,
saying if we get money from the
Brand?
podcast and you're the executive producer, would I walk away? I could walk away. I got my own podcast channel. I do it because I love my cousin and I like the spirit and I love Bayliner. Oh, we got somebody named Brandon DA. I don't know what the rest of it is. What's that creep?
Yeah,
Brand
I couldn't see it. What's up, family? Thank you for
Yep.
coming on, Brand the man. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So
if it comes to pop off,
hold on. Why didn't you even finish reading what Bayliner said? That devalues a man, sweet mama. But I'm gonna let you talk. And I was
because it scrolls up. I don't have my other laptop that's touchscreen. I got this Chromebook, so I can't scroll up tonight.
So
Sorry.
To my point, cousin.
How do I devalue a man, Bayliner? Tell me.
Okay.
I want to hear this one. Oh, hey, Petey Collins. That is Petey Collins. Hey, Petey Collins.
What's up? What's up, Petey? All right. So here's the thing, cousin. I just let you talk, right? You just gave me a reason. Like, if I didn't know you, I would have probably said she's probably single. Why? Because ain't no man gonna deal with that.
Child, listen. Listen.
You gonna let me talk?
Women, no, I'm not.
You gonna let me talk?
Because you control. Nope. So no, because somebody say tell us. Oh, what's up, fam? So when
y'all listen to this. I'm letting her talk. Y'all see who controlling. Y'all see who won. I didn't even say nothing. I'm gonna let you keep going.
Well, I gotta be a win. It's not a win. It's a win. It's not a loss. We win because I'm choosing.
You just said you took the L 5 minutes ago.
You can't devalue my feelings of how I felt. I felt I took an L. That's my feelings. You're not gonna be, and I ain't gonna say your name. I'm gonna call you Crete. Crete ain't gonna change how I feel. I felt like I took an L, but I came still supporting you. Did I not? Did I not still post the shows? Did I not?
Cuzzy.
Did I not? Answer that question.
Yes, you did.
Okay, there you go.
Well, guess what?
No matter if I felt the L.
Don't mean I don't want. Let me not say that because that'll sound controlling and unthoughtful. That don't, cause whatever you was doing, I was reposting it as well. I was liking it and everything, but we're not talking about that. That's frivolous.
That's water on the bridge. We love y'all. Bayliner said, "Man needs you to need him." Bayliner,
let me say this.
When I'm in a relationship,
on one of the next shows, when I do it for the women, I will make sure I put deflection in because y'all just saw a
the biggest person that deflects. Hashtag Crete deflects all the time. Let me read Bayliner before we scroll up because I got this Chromebook.
Yes, go ahead.
A man needs you to need him. You can't say you don't need him. You can't say I got my own stuff. That devalues him as a man. First of all, okay, let me do Dougie because it'll scroll up again. I don't have my touchscreen.
Yeah.
She makes that money at her job and she works with her boss. She's not making the money with Crete, so she's not gonna listen. But once she is making the money with Crete, she's all ears. Is that what you mean? No. First of all, listen, Dougie, you get the middle finger from the west side. First of all, and I'm gonna say this, and we can like it or don't like it. I'm not a woman hawked on money. I don't have to do what I have to do with Crete. If it never comes up anything, that's fine. What comes of me, I love doing the podcast. If we get an opportunity to make money, hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm old. I need long-term care. I got things going on. Y'all can need to hashtag my sweet mama, and I can tell you how much my feelings are. So it's not about that. I'm not going to use my cousin for the money. We never talked about money. Never. We've never talked about money.
No,
we've done it because we love it.
I'm not laying that on you, cousin. See, now you are taking it out of.
No. I'm addressing Dougie.
Yeah, but you know what? You just said that I can't take criticism. It seems like you can't.
Oh, I can take criticism. No, but what I'm saying is don't say I'm in it for the money.
I should have let you cut off because you'd have been trying to defend and block every comment.
No, I'm going to live my life, whether I make money off of what's this called? Conversation Creek. You got 30,000 shows, good shows. So I'm on a couple of them. I'm still for it. And it doesn't matter whether we don't or we do. Guess what? What y'all need to do is stop being in my business. Y'all need to go like, share our podcast. Make sure you subscribe to Street Tactics Radio channel. Make sure you hit those notification buttons. So when we come on, because we came on a little later than we typically do, because we had some things to do and things going on. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you come in. Make sure you tell a friend, because y'all up being nosy in my business still before 12 o'clock. Make sure you still put your mental health from 1 through 5 in the chat. 5 being your most fabulousness. 1 being you need self-care and work. Thank you, Petey Collins. It's all love. Hold on. Scrolling too fast. You know, we got old eyes. We're going to make that money. We all need care, tenderness, and guidance and love. Thank you, Petey Collins. Absolutely. You did an excellent interview. Bless your heart. Dougie, I know how you all do. We just messing around. Love you both. Yeah, we just mess around. A lot later.
Because you know I love her. She knows she ain't
going
nowhere.
Child, I ain't think about Creed. I've been pushing him around since we was little. We're 3 months apart.
Yeah, he's almost half a honey. She about to be a half a honey.
Who you about to be a half 3 months before I am? So don't go. Right. But no, it's all love. We're funny.
Hit them cash apps, y'all.
Hit them cash apps, because he got to defend his PhD in Creetology, and I need student loan money to pay for my PhD.
Bruh. Yes. So hit those cash apps, y'all. Now I'm going to get to the next one, because I let you rant. I let you do what you want to do. And you know what? I'm glad I was cut off, because we was about to get into it. We really wasn't, though. I was just letting you, dig.
Y'all know we from the West. We funny. We like. Can I read Petey Collins before it scroll up? This Chrome back into it. It's not about the money. It go real fast. It's not about the money. One is about family morals, and so we shouldn't be having this conversation about relationships. I got to get this cash app.
Now, we gonna do this. Oh no, we did that. Oh crap, I done messed up something.
So we have men that are emotionally unavailable. We have men that are liars. We have men that are they alpha or beta? So we have a lot of men in the chats and on the podcast. Are y'all alphas or betas? Because my cousin really want to know. Are you a man or a mouse? Are you an alpha or a beta? You can either put A or B in the comments. Let's hear that. If you are a woman and you have a man, is he an A or B? Is he an alpha or beta?
You asking me?
No, I was telling people to put us today in my business. Go and put whether they are alphas or betas in the comments. And we'll see what the book of Creetology say about you being an alpha or beta.
And you want to read Bayliner there?
Bayliner. Petey Collins, we all need to get back to morals and family values. Absolutely. And sometimes it's about people mending fences with their families. A lot of families go without talking to each other for years for whatever reason. Somebody has to be the mender. Somebody has to, in air quotes, take the L to salvage their family values. People don't know what people are going through mentally, and they may need you as an emotional support, even though some people don't want to be emotionally available to folk. It is what it is. But sometimes you have to go back and nurture those relationships. Whether you want to or not, you have to think about the long term and the bigger picture.
Very true, cousin. Now, let's talk a little bit about, since we talk about, is some of the men worth marrying? Not all of them. Some men may not just want to get married. Again, just like me and Brooklyn Z and Dougie was talking about. How sometimes it's a bad deal for us, and it could be a bad deal for women, but most times it's not. It's only a bad deal when they get a sorry dude, a Pookie, right? So
I need you to call up cousin Pookie.
When they get a Pookie, it's bad, but you should know. And we're gonna have a show one day so y'all can recognize a Pookie, how you can spot them out there. But at this point, some men don't want to get married. Some men don't want to get married because some women don't want to make that commitment, or with them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's not always, usually it's the man, but now we got women being that way. Sometimes the role, it reverses. And when you find a woman that's sweet these days, you know it, because so many women now are rough on the edges. So Dougie said we need to avoid the Brendas. What's a Brenda, Doug? Hit us with it. And then Baylana says it's only a bad deal for a man when he gets a poopy woman. That's right. Right. Because a lot of times, also a lot of men, especially like when I get, let's say or I was married. When I was married, I wanted to stay married the rest of my life. That's what I got married for. I ain't gonna be married I'm gonna get divorced in 15 years. No, that was supposed to be until I die, just like any other marriage, but didn't happen that way. So at this point, what happens is this. Some men don't want to get married because a lot of the divorces are done by women mostly today. And with that being said, you remember last time y'all said no, and then I had to go to the statistics to let you know. And it really is. Sometimes you cannot let women lead. And that's what's happening. The roles are changing and they're trying to lead. And then look at what's happening. They are getting divorced. And guess what? They can be the one to get divorced and they the one to get everything. 95% of the time. And that's ridiculous.
But you're the protecting and provider of the money, so they're going to get your stuff. You're the protector and the money maker because she's not working, so she's getting your stuff.
Is that right? Is that supposed to...
What she's supposed to do? You told her don't work. She ain't supposed to work, so then she has nothing.
All right, what if I told her don't divorce me? What if I told her don't divorce me?
Oh, well. See, must be a reason. There must be a reason why. Must be a reason why she want to divorce you. The book of Crete.
I didn't say, look, me, I'm happy in the place I am. I'm good. I was just saying me, like as if I was that guy. Okay. You understand? So you can answer that question.
Okay.
So, I mean, but fellas, do y'all think this is right? Like, okay, if you married and then you feel like everything perfectly fine, and then your wife wants to get a divorce, and then she gets a divorce, and then they take everything.
But you said you think it's perfectly fine. She may not feel that it's perfectly fine. And because you're emotionally unavailable, you don't care whether she think it's fine or not.
So what are you saying?
So that's maybe why. You may not see why, but she has a reason why.
Let me give you a little secret. Even a guy like me, if the woman is feminine and nice, I'll sit and listen. But most aren't these days. But there a lot of them are. And I'll listen. That's when I'll listen. Especially if she's not petty, talking about work and all this old crazy foolishness, stuff that happened at work.
She petty because she's talking about work? That's petty.
Remember, mine won't be working.
Okay.
But let's say if the woman does work, and if she's a nice woman, if she's a woman, like a feminine woman, oh yeah, I'll listen. That changes things. So now, read Dougie. He was explaining to us the Brenda thing.
Brenda got a baby, and the other man and other men besides you doing things to and for her.
Right. Now, here's another thing. Men, why, a lot of times they don't want to get married. The perception of loss of freedom. If I get married, I am not going to be able to do all that I do anymore. That's going to get cut off. One of the men's biggest fears about marriage, that they may suffer a loss of freedom. The dread of losing one's ability to freely make decisions for all aspects of their life can be why some men never marry. Some men might be afraid to forsake the freedom to indulge in their favorite hobbies, activities, as they like. Freedom to hang around and watch Netflix all weekend long with someone compelling. I'm sorry. Compelling them to get up off of the couch. Let me tell y'all something. You lose some type of freedom. Now, don't get me wrong. Marriage is probably the most beautifulest thing in the world if it's with the right person. My situation was different. I am not taking anything away from my ex-wife. She was a wonderful woman. Did we have fun? If you ask me, yes, we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of great moments. Ask her, might be something different. I don't know. But marriage is beautiful, but you got to have the right solid person to enjoy that with. Seriously. You might be quiet right now, sweet mama.
I'm listening.
10 Art said, I like how your voice changed. I'll listen.
Girl, you don't know what I go through.
So you quiet, cuzzy?
I'm listening. I'm staying in my role.
You ain't getting paid to listen.
You right. You got that right. Not this hour.
So again, fear of potential divorce. Another reason why a lot of men not really trying to get married. Unwilling, also men, to make sacrifices. Sometimes, especially nowadays, it's too risky to make sacrifices. You got to make decisions in the beginning, and that decision, whether if you're going to do it or if you're not. I'm not talking about the marriage, but certain decisions that you may have to make during your marriage, or not so much during your marriage, because that's sometimes what makes you not want to get married. You just don't want to make decisions for somebody else or whatever. But that's not me. I'm fine with that. I don't, if I have to make a decision for the family, that's fine. I mean, that was always there. Need for awareness about benefits of marriage. Now, matter of fact, what are you doing, sweet mama?
I'm right here trying to get me something to drink. Because I need a drink.
Sparkling water, sparkling.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so is it good for a man not to get married, sweet mama?
That's his choice. So I saw something on it was Instagram. The young lady was like a CNA or a nurse. And she said she works on I don't know what the award was called. She said she sees so many men in their late 40s and 50s in her unit who have had strokes or heart attacks. And she was like, "Oh, you don't have family to come see you?" And it was like, "No, I'm not married. I don't have anybody to take care of me." And she was saying how they wound up going to like a rehabilitation center because they had no one. The doctor wouldn't release them to go home. They would have to have either somebody home to help take care of them after their stroke or heart attack, or they, recommend they go to a rehab facility where they can get care. So she said it's very sad that she sees so many men without significant others. That's almost depressing. And she was like, the men had really decent jobs. They had great income, but they just, said, they just never decide to marry. They felt as though their career and their freedom time, as you say, they didn't want to lose the things they wanted to do or see people how they wanted to see. and now they don't have anybody to take care of them. And a lot of times mentally they, die out and they give up sometimes.
And that's sad because I've seen people make, decisions like that and find out too late that dang, I should have just went on and got married or did something, because like you said, now nobody's there, not their kids or nothing, and they just in their body, so nobody taking care of them but the people. You said in a senior citizens home, correct?
No, it was like they were originally in a hospital, so then they have to
Okay.
transfer them to a rehabilitation. Because I have clients like that in my program. They don't have family members that want to take care of them, or they have estranged relationships, and so they have to go to a rehabilitation center before they can be released, to fully take care of themselves. Because maybe they're immobile, they can't, go up steps, they can't clean themselves properly. So the doctors make sure that they get some type of treatment. And that's why I was saying, because I'm single, I decided to do long-term care when I turned 50. Long-term care is where you pay into a plan. And I don't know if people, and you may want to start researching this. If you can't, say you have a home that you're paying a mortgage to, if you have to go to a nursing home or facility, if you don't have the money, they want you to sell your home. And that's how you're going to take care of yourself in a nurse home. But if you have a long-term plan, you're kind of pre-planning, any unforeseen that you may need as you get older. It's anytime you may get in a car accident and need to go to a rehabilitation center, and your insurance only going to cover but so much without you having to go bankrupt and file, or get your credit bad, because those medical bills, is it over 500 or 600? One of those can go on your credit. So a lot of people are opting, and a lot of employers and insurance companies see that people are, there's a majority of people that are single or left unmarried and unattached, that they're buying into those plans.
Okay. Thank you for that info, Cuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that info.
Always.
So, all right. So Chelsea will be back next week, y'all. And we have our topic coming up. We'll let y'all know in the middle of the week. So, Cuzzy, once again, after this conversation, so are you going to get married again or no?
If Dougie get that $300 million, we can talk. I'm gonna be real feminine. I can't give you no kids, but we can go buy some for $300 million.
Y'all heard that, right? What is it going to take for her to become feminine? $300 million.
Nah. I'm not gonna say yes or no. Like they say, it's always somebody for someone out here. But again, I'm not rushing. I don't need to rush. I had that shirt, married shirt, divorce shirt. I'm in a good place mentally. And sometimes people do need to take time. I'm an advocate for mental health therapy, or having an accountability partner. If you have, you don't like mental health or therapists, have an accountability partner, someone you can talk to piggyback your feelings. Maybe somebody that's emotionally available to help you out. Sometimes a lot of people just need to bounce ideas off of people about relationships, hear what's going on, what's the latest and greatest, maybe get some tips. So don't be so closed and so open not to express your feelings, and not just want to do all your machismo, be a man and think you're a beta because you're discussing, your innermost thoughts with a homeboy or a friend or a confidant. There's nothing wrong with that. And I always say, it's good to have friends of the opposite sex. So if you're a man, you have a woman, not a woman of intelligence. You can have I'm not talking about no silly foolishness. I'm talking about people that you can bounce worldly ideas, life, relationship, finances. You got to have people that you can have those conversations with. And, and that is building who you are. Not that you shouldn't be your own person to stand out, but it's also, information is power. When you start to develop relationships, that's how you need to build your relationships, romantically and non-romantically. build those relationships. Take time and listen. Don't be the one that's giving all the information and you know nothing about the person that you're giving your information to.
Let me ask you this, cuz you just
Yes,
said
sir.
something a couple of seconds ago.
Mhm.
You said that's why you recommend men or to have a friends of the opposite sex.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. You want me to explain? Are you
Please.
frozen?
No.
Oh, I was like, is he frozen?
I did that on purpose, cuz. Well, okay. Why is it okay? Let me tell y'all something, fellas. If she got a whole bunch of guy friends, zip. Don't listen to Sweet Mama. Zip. Y'all hear how Sweet Mama talk. If the girl has a lot of men friends, zip. But go ahead, Sweet Mama, kindly. Hold up. I'll read Bayline. I'll give you a minute to simmer up. Your partner should be one that you're using about your ideas off of your partner, should be your best friend. I don't need friends of opposite sex.
No, I'm talking
Nor
about if
should
you're
you.
single, Baylana. I was saying if you're single. If you're
Let me
single.
tell y'all something. She's trying to cover it up.
Ain't no cover up.
Even if
No,
you're
for real. Let
single,
me tell you
what
why.
if somebody just meet you and then you got all these friends?
I didn't say I had all these friends, but I do have a confidant. I have my god brother. You know who it is.
Hold on 1
So
second.
when I was first,
Hold, cousin.
okay.
All right. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said, you know who my bestie is. So when I first came out of my marriage, I didn't have, male friends or whatever. I started in a dating pool. My god brother was the one say, you better watch these men. They this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna go shit, gonna look out for this, look out for that. That's what I'm talking about, because I was somebody who was naive and I was in a long-term relationship. I went half of my life with my ex-husband from 17 to 34. So it was no in between. I was green to the dating world and having information.
So in other words, he broke the man code.
Not broke the man code, and he not a beta. For myself, when I started dating, I would ask questions.
Why do you think that that he was so helpful to you on I don't know who you're talking about. But why was he so helpful? Why was
you know who it is? Stop it.
Why was he so helpful for you on the female side?
Because one, I was naive. Two, I'm a wonderful person. Don't get Street Tactics Radio conversation with Creek twisted with the real Sweet Mama. I'm gonna say my name. Sweet Mama. Nobody knows, and each man that I've dealt with is going to be a different relationship. I don't have the same type of connection with every man I've had a relationship with. It's going to be different according to the energy that we have and what we're trying to build. I've had men I just long-term dated. I've had men I had relationships with. I had a man I was married to. I only been married one time. So it depends on the relationship. In my business yet again, 12, 11 Eastern Standard Time.
So what I thought it was odd that Baylana said the same thing that I said right when I said it, and I didn't.
And your partner should be your best friend. When I was in relationships, my partner was my best friend. I've had emotionally available men.
Oh, wait. Your partner was your best friend when you was in a relationship.
Yeah, they ain't my best friend now. I ain't with them.
Okay. But you just said that your best friend was your best friend.
Now I'm not in a relationship. Listen, people always gonna have best friend. He's like a family member.
You just
but
said
he's like a family member.
Snitching against your husband.
Yeah. I didn't have male friends. Listen, we barely could get the relatives over the house. You talking about other people?
Oh, so it's a female. It's a female that you were
just
talking about.
I have two confidants. One of my best friends is a male. Problem.
Which one was giving you the inside? Was it the female or the male?
The male, because these females don't know nothing. Listen, I don't need a lot of women.
So,
They still
let me
looking
ask
for.
you this. So
Yes,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
my
cousin.
business again.
You were saying that I was thinking maybe it was the female that was giving you this inside
No.
information.
Most
right?
of my girlfriends don't know nothing.
All right. So that information sounds like, all right. So, okay, let's take it here. So if they were giving you that information, that means they really knew what was best for you.
No, they suggested things because I had questions about men. You know, it was different from when I met my ex-husband in the 80s, in the 2000s. These 80s guys was men. They went to work. They was clean cut. You get these new generation people that they wearing skinny pants at 50. They got braids and cornrows. They trying to be Jay-Z or whatever hip hop's offsetting them. So it's different. It was different. My husband was a certain way. And when I came out of my marriage, the men were totally different. You know, I had men I went on a date, just weird stuff on the date. And he was like, you got to be careful. Listen to the conversations you have with men. Don't jump in so fast. You know, try to get to know people. Because back then, you know, the online dating was popping. Tag, Plenty of Fish, they were popping. Black People Meet. What's the other one? Oh, gosh. Black Planet. Those were popping sites in MySpace where you could meet people. So people were speed dating. That's why I'm going to call it speed date. You go through people, then you like, I wasted my time. I could have been home watching Good Times. Instead of me getting to know them more, they instantly want to go out, hang out. Instead of that, I could avoid that if I had listened more. So he was like, these are some things you need to listen for when you're trying to date men. Because I was in some compromising positions when I was going out dating folk sporadically. So look out for this, look out for that. Ask these questions, get to know folk. Not like, oh girl, don't do this because he gonna try to get you goody gumdrops or whatever. He just said, these are things you should be looking for. I'm a good person. I'm not one that's trying to be in a whole bunch of relationships. So he's like, if you're trying to find a man, these are the things you need to ask. Like I asked, are you straight or are you bisexual? I didn't used to ask that back in the day. You got to ask that now because they said, well, you didn't ask, but you didn't tell either. So it's a lot of things that I didn't know that I have to ask now because the world has changed.
But what I'm asking, Cuzzy, we were talking about you getting a drop.
Yeah, I just said it. Things I should be asking.
So that means that you ain't got to tell me the gender, but you were given the drop on how to approach and pay attention to your mate.
Not a mate, no. Just when I'm dating, what are some things
we talk about your husband now?
Oh God, who want to talk about him? Jesus.
Didn't you say you just got the drop? Was it the drop on your husband?
No. When I met my husband, I was 17. Wasn't no drop. You just met him at the Odell's in Baltimore, and you just hooked up.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about whoever was giving you the drop about.
That was after I was separated, wasn't in a relationship with my husband. This is when I was newly fresh on the scene, single scene.
Okay, but what I'm asking you, that person seemed to know you very well.
Mm-hmm.
And could relate to you very well.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a guy, that's a beta.
Oh, so
don't know a straight man sit there and be like, girl, look here, watch him, see if you do this.
No. It wasn't. Listen.
No. Let me tell you something.
Do you want me to tell your business?
No, straight up.
If you want to not be fake, because you tell me, cousin, you gotta watch these dudes. Then you a beta. Because you said, cousin, you gotta watch these dudes.
Whatever guys are in here, you
better be in your own chat. Because you say, Cuzzy, you need to
Now
watch
I'm being
YouTube.
overtalked. Now I'm being
Oh
overtalked.
my God.
So, any guys here in the comments, if y'all think that's cool, put a yes in the comment section that the other person was given a drop on the guy.
So you better put yourself and you better
if,
put yes.
If you're a guy in the comments, put a no if that wasn't cool. Is that what any normal man would do?
You don't think men protect their sister? Then you better type yes, because you've given me some advice. Now don't play. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Remember that back in the day? I'm gonna give you old
Here's
school.
the
You
problem.
old.
It's
You
one
old.
thing. It's one thing when you come and ask me something. What do I think? Boom. There's the answer.
Okay, so what's wrong with me
But
asking
when I'm
my
sliding, like, look here,
No, he didn't dive
girl,
in. I asked the questions. It's no
girl,
different
you
than what
better-
I just said. I asked him the questions, just like I asked you. Tell the
Cuzzy,
truth, shame the devil.
that's a beta move.
So you did a beta move, because we can talk some beta moves.
Nah, if you ask me a question, I'll give you the answer if I have the answer.
Okay, and the person I'm talking about, I asked him a question and they gave me the answer. He wasn't gossiping like a punk. I asked the questions. He wasn't
What
just saying, "Well,
question
look
did
at
you
this, look
ask?
at that." Huh? Say it
I
again.
know. What questions did you ask?
God, I was 34, I'm 50. You want me to go back 16 years? Because they know I'm a relationship type person. So it's like, I said, I'm not finding people, men I'm compatible with. Am I doing something wrong? What are some things I should be looking for with these new modern men? I mean, I went on a date with a guy, he had pictures. It was off of social media. He had pictures of one thing. When I got to him, his nails, now these are my real nails. I don't have, what you call it? Press-on nails. These are mine. His nails was longer than mine on a date. He had a fur coat on.
No-brainer to you as a woman.
But no, I didn't know until I actually went on the date. But I should have asked certain things, because once I got to the date and I started having those conversations, I'm like, I could have been home. I should have asked this question. And it was like not me thinking that I needed to ask certain questions. Like I said, society changed from me being 17 to my late 30s. It changed.
Anyway, any guy sitting up there and talking like that, that's just some beta stuff.
Okay, baby.
Bayliner. But sweet mama, if you have that type of relationship with him, that's called an emotional relationship. And that will be a very intimidating to a man, which is my point I was trying to get you to, and that you were potentially going to date. Yes, that's very intimidating to let me tell you something. You better be glad. Well, I guess you not, because you don't know if that was a really good dude and you lost him because he didn't like the fact that you had this other, if it was the guy, if you talk about that was your friend and that's my friend. I'm telling y'all, guys run, but sweet mama, like you can't be having no homeboy, a guy as your friend. I know a lot of females over, yeah, I ain't got no girlfriends. This guy, just don't have friends like that. You can have friends, but not like all close and stuff like that.
Because I'm gonna listen, I don't like people in general, male or female, like that. So when I find good people, my circle is small. When I say small, small as a pin drop. And trust me, they have been battle tested, because I will test the hell out you. I have not been as emotionally sound as I am now.
Read Dougie.
I don't want to read Dougie. I'm telling you, I'm emotionally sound.
See,
right now. It took a lot of years and battle scars for sweet mama to get to the points of how she is now. I'm what?
Controlling.
Thank you. If he always talked to you bad about other men, then he's part of the alphabet group. Oh, I was like, wait a minute, what? I felt like Doug's 98. No, I didn't say he talked bad. I said I will ask him questions. When I ask Crete a question, and it could be Maryland, I want the honest information, because it's not like I'm going and just spilling my guts all day to men and doing all stuff. No, I got things to do. But if I'm asking you a question, if I'm coming to you, I think highly of you to come ask you a question. I'm not going to have any, I'm not asking people I know. I may have people in different capacity. I'm only coming to you because I think you're intelligent enough and you're going to give me some great insight. I'm not asking every James jackass a question. I'm asking men who I know are strong is going to tell me the truth because they don't want to hear me bitching and complaining. I know if I call Crete, he ain't got time to listen to the same question again. He going to tell you the first time.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with.
So all I'm just saying, women, keep the betas out of y'all life.
No, it's not been. So, Creed, don't do it because don't let me bring up old stuff. But again, I'm not going to every man like I'm a weak woman. I'm going to men that I know are men, manly, not no punks, not no beta men. Creed is a strong man. He get on my nerves, but he's strong, and I know he ain't gonna shoot the shit. He gonna give it to you how it is, and he don't want me to ask the same question twice. So if you the dummy that don't listen to what he said about the man, then he ain't gonna tell you again because then you being dumb, and that's what he gonna tell you. Am I not right, cousin?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
You can ask me a question, and I can tell you my answer, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
And then Dougie said he'll be a rat. He talking about that. You know, if there's a guy like just doing all that, that's a bit much. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he gossiping like a
I'm
girl.
not saying that either. I was just saying if a guy, I ain't saying that, you know, but if a guy does that, yes, that's some rat stuff.
I don't have I've had acquaintances that I've known through, you know, living in, you know, from hometown, and we went to school. I'm still friends with people I went to kindergarten with. People from the neighborhood. But I'm not like, oh, all day. First of all, I don't have that type of time to be talking to folk all day long. Got things to do. But like I said, if I have concerning issues, I'm going to go to a strong man. I can't talk to my daddy about social stuff. He 81. I'm talking to my daddy about nothing going on now with this foolishness. I'm going to ask the men on the street that's out here, my cousin,
girl,
and my daughter.
My uncle. He'll tell you, like back in the juke joint days.
Right. He got my mama. So listen, they still together. But what I'm saying is, I don't go to everybody telling my business. First, I don't like people like that. It's too much. People got too much of their own emotional. I talk to people who are strong, people who are my accountability partner, and I'm accountability partner to other people. Because I do the same. If you tell me, oh, this woman is that, this and that, I'm like, leave her ass alone. They can say I'm toxic, but I'm gonna tell you because I love my cousin and I would want him to have the best woman for him. But if he come to me and say, "Oh, cuz, what do you think?" and my cousin has piggyback information, I'm gonna give you the real. But maybe such and da da da.
And I expect that from out of you, and you have done that.
Thank you.
So, but you know, I don't want you to get it twisted. Like I'm saying, like I was, you know, like, girl, guess what? You better no.
No, he's not like y'all know Creed ain't like that. If y'all know Creed, y'all know he's not like that. Again, I'm not telling everybody my business. If I'm coming to you, I'm coming to you because I want real information. I don't want to sugarcoat shit. Oh, girl, be optimistic, sis, cousin, that you're gonna marry. No, shoot shit. Tell me what's going on out here. I'm gonna ask you a question specifically. What do you think?
Right.
Because I could be naive in certain standpoints.
Right.
And said, well, it could be.
Well, we had fun again this week.
Yes, indeed.
And we appreciate everybody in the comment section. May we shout them out. Shout out Dougie. Mm-hmm. Shout out my brother-in-law, Tony.
Shout out he might be getting some right now.
See, Dougie? See? You should have, yep. Oh, that's right. I'm up there thinking you here in Atlanta, cuz I was like, see, you should have came to Atlanta. No, but what do you say? What I say to my female cousins is, are you happy? See, that's a simple. That's what I said.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good, cuz. Yeah. Dougie, keep doing it. Maybe you'll get one day too. Dougie, Petey Collins, who came in, Brandy, Simply 10, Bayliner, Dougie, brother-in-law, Amber, cousin Les,
Mm-hmm.
We have
Who else
Brooklyn
is in the
Z.
comments? Yeah,
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Z.
Z.
Hey,
Uh,
big ups. I can't
yeah,
scroll
we're a
back.
little slow today, but
Yeah, because I don't
yeah,
have
we
my
missed
other laptop. I got one.
yeah,
You
we
know, I'm
missed
getting like Creed. I'm gonna change up my equipment and hold up the show.
yeah, you know how we gotta do it, cuz. And Baylana said, remember to go back and like and share and hit the notifications button. And the Cash Apps, y'all, you know, they got a sale on a bucket of sunflower seeds I like to get this weekend. If I had 5 ones and y'all can slide the other 10 ones over to Sweet Mama, that's all I need is that. So
But we definitely appreciate y'all.
I
Make
mean,
sure you tune in
no, I was gonna
on
say
Wednesday.
if
Hmm?
Sweet Mama popped something else off, we'd have been we ain't leaving yet because you know I want to smoke. This to smoke my week smoke. So
You
y'all
try
can
me. See, you
join
raised my
me.
blood pressure, and I'm hungry because I took me a nap and didn't eat. You raised my blood pressure. I had to bring my shit. Next time, I'm going to have a different pair of sunglasses because I may need the wide brims for the deflection my cousin tried to give. Try to be all in my business this evening. But we definitely appreciate y'all. Guess what? We love podcasting on Wednesdays are the Brutally Honest Rap Show. We had some wonderful shows. We had the great DJs. I'm waiting for our DJ challenge for Crete's birthday coming up in March. So that's going to be popping off. We're going to do a relationship show also. And I'm going to have the topic so he can't deflect. Since he said I don't deflect, I'm going to have a topic so he can't deflect. So we are looking forward to great things popping. Wednesdays at 9 o'clock is the Brutally Honest Rap Show with DJ Concrete. So we had to add the DJ on the Brutally Honest Rap side. He's Creek on the relationship side.
Yeah.
Make sure you come through, but you won't know when stuff pop up if you don't hit that notification bell. Keep checking in. Go into the actual YouTube channel for Street Tactics Radio. Go look at some of our old shows. We have a lot of comedic moments, a lot of good information, real time. Sometimes Creek used to get us in the beginning when we used to be cracking up and telling jokes, and he would just take us live and we wouldn't know. So go back. It'll be 1 year come April that I've been podcasting with my cousin. So look for some good things popping. Scrapple egg and cheese sandwich for you. Who you got that for? My cousin or for me, Dougie?
Yes, y'all too. Y'all can make a scrapple and egg smoothie.
Ew. And I don't eat scrapple. I don't eat pork or beef. So unless it's turkey, I don't eat scraps. But thank you so much. We had a wonderful time. Happy birthday again, Dougie. If you have any birthdays or special events come up, make sure you shout it out. Make sure from this Friday to next Friday, you keep your mental health going. Check on yourself every day. Do a self-check. Always say, am I a 1 to 5? 5 being your most fabulousness. 1, you need self-care. If you need self-care, make sure you get it in between the time that you see these gorgeous cousin and the handsome cousin back live. And also, Chelsea should be back next week. So stay tuned for Wednesday's show and next Friday. Share, go online. You can share yourself with everybody in the world because we worldwide, international. Thank you so much to our executive producer, Creets.
Hey, cousin, can you give me one up on the DJ battle thing? So I gotta play 10 songs too.
Yep.
Oh man.
To your favorite songs.
They see y'all gonna have to make sure y'all there, and I'm gonna get Sweet Mama G to pump that up.
But I really want you to do your 10 best produced music, your production.
Oh, my 10 songs
yes.
that I produced.
Yes. We're celebrating you.
You know what? How about we do 2 of them, Sweet Mama, but not on that day.
Okay.
One day we can just have a loose day of 10 songs. This would be like a little. It's not really a battle, but it'll be like a battle with me, Trelly Trail, and XL. But you know, and they do their 10. Like what y'all want, like old school, or how y'all want it?
But because you old, we want old school because we talk about how great old school is. So we went from, back in the day, because I gave y'all a song that I've been listening to, Ego Tripping by Ultramagnetics. I want you to do from when hip hop, because hip hop just turned 50, so-called 50. I want you all to give us that classic music. We want that classic. We don't hear about nobody gun shooting. We want the real. You
Well,
want the realest
I
DJs.
was just telling them the other day, I'm tired of hearing all the gun slinging, gun toting, drug slinging songs. Like we gotta
and
get
people
back
not
to
even
real
doing
hip
that
hop.
anymore. That's old school. Ain't about here drugs slinging. They out here. We come from shoot 'em up capital #1 Baltimore. We don't hear that.
Right. Right.
And I don't want to hear it definitely from no 40-plus-year-old rapper. Now, if I hear it and I can tell if you're old or not, I don't hear that. You automatically not gonna get a 5 or 4 from me. So,
but you know what, sweet mama.
yes,
Usually the MCs today, the good ones are 35 and up, but really in their 40s and up is the best rappers out here.
Rappers, but I don't hear about them shooting nobody. They probably got arthritis in the trigger finger.
Right, but I
don't
want to hear all the shooting.
No, I don't. My nerves.
March 2nd, Dougie.
Yep, March 2nd is Cretology Day.
Daylana said old school, so I'll do the old school, and they may do old school. I was just trying to get the drop. You
always supposed to do old school. Not because we hear the newer folk nowadays on the show because you're bringing artists in to premiere their music. So we hear the newer folk. We want some classic because you like an old classic car.
Me?
Season, like an old wine.
Yeah, that's me.
Not Ripple classic. Or Mad Dog 2020, but old season wine. You like an old season Cohiba. Yeah. Like a Cohiba. So that's what we're going to do. So thank you all for showing up. Make sure you show up and show out on Wednesday for the Brutally Honest Rap Show and next Friday for Conversation with Creed. We love you all. Thank you for the support. Drop the cash apps. Drop the comments. Make sure you give the thumbs up. We do go back and look at the comments. Give us some topic ideas. And you are more than welcome to call in as well. So thank you. We love you. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. If you're in the South, it's burning up. Make sure you get some of this warm weather, and up north, too bad for you.
Yeah. And Cuzzy, speaking of one of my favorite songs that I produced, this was one of the beats I did that I love. But I want to do that too. That 10, Simply 10 said bye, y'all. And
good night,
Daylana, you're out. And Dougie, hey man, love to all of y'all, and thank y'all for support. But yeah, this was one that I produced back in the day that I just loved it at the time. But yeah, I would like to do that 10 of my best songs that I produced.
Yep.
And that's gonna be fun. But we're gonna do the old school.
Yep, old school. Thank you. Make sure you continue to tune in. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Make sure you wear your shady boots glasses next time, because my cousin always trying to come for me in my business. Y'all need to start telling us y'all business. Thank you, and have a great weekend. See you later on in the week.
All right, Cuddy Mo.
All right.
I'll see y'all.